Hi everyone. So today my topic is Tanya. To be honest, I it's about my sister and like how I appreciate her. She means a lot to me, to be honest. Like when I talk about the connection that I have with her, I feel like it's very rare. As we all know that family bond is a special thing, but in today's world to even have a common connection with your family is becoming kind of like rare. To have a sibling with whom you can connect with, stay in touch with, and no matter how many times you fight, how many times you quarrel, you know that you can always lean on them or fall back on them, or they can be like a support system or someone that you can depend on. Tanya, she never fails to surprise me. She's now 15 and a young teenage girl. Well, she is really mischievous, and then she cuts her hair during like every 2 months, like a teenage phase days. Then she speaks so meanly to me, but then she has a heart of gold. She does not share her food with me, but would go to fight with anyone for me. There is so many memories with her, especially like even on the day that she was born. I was called in the hospital and I carried her for the first time. She was very fair with some yellow kind of sticky thing in her body, and I removed it and I was like, I have a friend now. Because as a 5 year old, I would always think about having a friend, and now I finally did. I think that was the most overwhelming moment for me. She always goes to school late. To be honest, not she. We used to always go to school late. So when we were young kids, we would always like be late to school. We would never really be in time to school because like our dad would always try to send us to school in time, but somehow we would always be late. Even when bus would arrive, we would make the bus wait for us for like 10 minutes and then go to school. And when we would go to school, we would get scolding from our teachers, and she would like put it on me, and it would be me who would get into trouble. And she always cries. Like, you don't mess with that child, she's always going to cry. But then when I had to really talk about her good qualities, she is the most sweetest and the most kindest girl that I've ever met. She does not like sharing food, but then she would cook for me even at the age of 12. She is such a mischievous little girl, but treats and loves everyone equally. She does not bias when it comes to anyone in her life. She does not be biased even with people that she doesn't like. She has achieved so much in such a young age that she has won so many awards and so many medals in so many different programs, like in orientation, in public speaking, in poet competitions. She loves to write. When I tell you she loves to write, she's a good storyteller, she's a good poet, and then she even writes lyrics. She sings well, she dances well. She participated in Miss Daffodil, which is like a Miss USA or Miss World type of pageant program, but in a very local level. And she was in the top 10, but I think she kind of slacked in her general knowledge, which is okay for a 14-year-old. She's a very fast learner, but she can be very lazy too. But let's not forget that she's a fast learner. She's competitive, and as I already mentioned, she's a poetic woman. I wish I could present some poems of her, but she's not open to sharing her poems. And I think I really miss being around her. And something that I would like to say in the end is that this all summary of how she is, this speech is just like not even 2% of what Tanya really is. But the time limit does not really allow me to go more further than this, although I really wish I could. And I wish I could really go in detail about how wonderful of a person she is. Side by side or miles apart, sisters are bounded by heart. This is something that I really feel and believe in. And I really miss you, Sana. Sana is something that we use to denote our younger sibling or someone who's smaller than us in my home country. And thank you guys for being a great listener. But before ending all of this, I would like to show you guys a picture of me and her when we were like little kids, and it was like I think 15 days after she was born. I kind of took this picture from my Instagram, and